What if I told you the greatest chains aren't forged in iron, but in purpose? That burning why society shoves down your throat, your divine calling, your legacy, your 10-year plan, it's a prison disguised as paradise. For 500 years, we've worshipped purpose like a god. Hustle culture, self-help gurus, find your passion. They scream, but what if the real power move, the one that crushes empires and liberates souls, is to live with no purpose at all? And who better to reveal this forbidden truth than Niccolò Machiavelli, the devil's diplomat, the father of real politic? Forget the cartoon villain. Machiavelli wasn't preaching conquest, he was whispering freedom. In The Prince, he didn't just teach rulers how to win. He showed everyone how to thrive in chaos by ditching the script. Act 1. The myth of purpose, Machiavelli's first strike. Let's start with the lie. Purpose, that noble quest, from Aristotle's telos to modern motivational speakers climbing lobster hierarchies, we've been brainwashed. Life demands meaning. Without it, you're adrift, depressed, a loser. Bullshit. Machiavelli saw through it in 1513 Florence, a city drowning in betrayals, plagues, and popes playing thrones like chess. In The Prince, chapter 25, he declares, "He who wishes to be obeyed must know when to act like a lion and when like a fox." No grand destiny, just adaptation. Purpose, that's for suckers who get eaten. The first benefit of living without purpose is radical freedom. Imagine, no purpose means no failure. Ever miss a deadline? Who cares? There's no mission holding you accountable. Dump your soul. Sucking job, no guilt. No sacred calling betrayed. Relationships flop. Fine. No soulmate prophecy shattered into a million regretful pieces. Machiavelli lived this truth. Exiled, tortured, forgotten by the republic he served. Did he mope about his purpose as a statesman? Hell no. He wrote comedies to mock the powerful, farmed olives under the Tuscan sun, indulged in his mistress without apology, and penned The Prince on scraps of paper by candlelight. Purposeless, he was more prolific than any driven man of his era. Modern proof crushes the counterclaim. You've heard of Ikigai, that Japanese diagram promising purpose equals longevity. But the Harvard Grant study, tracking lives for over 80 years, reveals the real secret to happiness. Relationships, not missions. The longest-lived people, Okinawans, chilling on islands with no 5-year plans, just daily connections and simple routines. Purpose is a Western trap. A productivity myth that keeps you chained to desks and dreams, and to those who cry, but Machiavelli was ambitious. You're missing the point. Ambition without purpose is play, pure and exhilarating. He advised, men are driven by necessity. Ditch purpose and necessity becomes your personal game, a thrilling hunt rather than a burdensome quest. You wake up free, responding to the world's whims like a master player, not a scripted pawn. Act 2. The invincible adaptability fox and lion unleashed purpose is a straitjacket. It blinds you to opportunity and dooms you to rigidity. Picture the doctor chained to saving lives a one malpractice suit, and his entire world crumbles. Machiavelli's genius lies in his concepts of fortuna and virtù. Fortune is chaos, the wild river that drowns the rigid. Virtù is your skill, your daring. But it only triumphs if you're flexible enough to ride the waves. The second benefit, God, tier adaptability. With no purpose anchoring you, you become a shapeshifter. Job market crashes, you pivot to whatever emerges. Crypto trading 1 month, artisanal farming the next. A pandemic sweeps the globe. You transform into an online sensation, teaching skills you never planned to share. War erupts. Like the drone operating youths in conflict zones, you adapt without the baggage of a career to defend. Machiavelli embodied this. One day, a trusted diplomat weaving alliances across Europe. The next, a prisoner dangling from ropes in a medicide dungeon. No stubborn cry of "I'm a loyal Republican" to weigh him down. He flipped the script, wrote the prince as a sly gift to the very family that imprisoned him. The result, immortality as the ultimate strategist. He nailed it. The wise man does at once what the fool does finally. The purposeless life is wisdom incarnate, always one step ahead, flowing like water around obstacles. In practice, this means a daily reset. Wake without a to-do list crushing your spirit. Simply ask, what serves me today? Machiavelli's own routine was this: immersing in history until inspiration struck, then acting decisively. Your mind runs on multiple tracks, not a single rail. 10 ventures in motion, 9 fizzle. The 10th explodes into fortune. Haters and rivals attack your why, but with no why, they're swinging at shadows, exhausted while you advance. Consider the story of Blackbeard, the pirate Edward Teach. No grand quest for treasure maps or naval glory. Just sail, steal, party. The purpose? Chasers in rigid navies pursued honor and died in formation. Blackbeard adapted wildly, rigging fake skeletons on masts, deploying smoke bombs in battles, living rich until 40. Far better than grinding 80 years in pursuit of a medal. Contrast Steve Jobs, whose mantra "changed the world" was noble but brittle. Ousted from Apple, his purpose shattered. He crumbled under the weight. He rebounded only by temporarily ditching the script, wandering India and tinkering freely. Neuroscience backs this. Dopamine surges not from rigid purpose, but from novelty paired with reward. Brain scans from experts like Andrew Huberman show flow states peaking in unstructured play. Purpose. It spikes cortisol on every setback, turning life into a stress marathon. Act 3. Joy in the void, pleasure without guilt. Now, the third revelation. Unfiltered joy. The kind that doesn't need a moral permission slip. Purpose, that tyrant dressed as virtue, poisons pleasure at every turn. I can't rest, can't binge, can't laugh. My mission awaits. And what's the outcome? Burnout masquerading as devotion. The World Health Organization calls it an epidemic. 1 in 4 adults scorched into exhaustion. Not by work itself, but by the guilt tax on joy. Every small indulgence feels like betrayal. Machiavelli laughed at such folly. Men are ungrateful, fickle, false, cowardly, covetous, he wrote, and thus asked, why sacrifice for a world that forgets you? His play Mandragola was not moral theater but a mirror. A cunning rogue deceives, seduces, and triumphs, while the virtuous are made fools. The lesson, life's a farce. Play your part and revel in it. The joke is not on the liar, but on the pious who expect fairness. Abandon purpose, and you unshackle pleasure. Eat the forbidden cake today. Sleep in without apology. Chase sparks that burn fast and bright, not because they last, but because they exist. Travel not to check boxes, but to be lost. Follow curiosity the way a fox follows scent, light-footed, amused, unburdened. Epicurus, too, whispered this truth through centuries. The good life is not built on purpose, but on simplicity, sensuality, and peace. Why die for a cause when you can live for a moment? At the center of this philosophy lies Machiavelli's quiet heresy, amorality as freedom. No divine ledger, no moral jailer. The ends justify the means, yes, but in personal terms, your happiness justifies your path. Lie if it keeps you sane. Cheat monotony if it saves your spirit. This isn't corruption, it's clarity. Look around. The world's freest spirits already embody it. The Tinder tacticians, the digital wanderers, the silent dropouts. They are the predators of pleasure, not prey to guilt. While purpose-driven souls grind toward approval, these few live in the wild, laughing, loving, profiting, and sleeping soundly through the moral noise. Real stories prove it. Sarah, 32, abandoned her teacher destiny for coffee shifts and midnight canvases, her happiness unmeasured, her peace unpriced. Mike, a former CEO enslaved to impact, quit, surfed, and stumbled into creativity. His income rose by accident. Purpose had chained him to scarcity. Aimlessness returned him to flow. This is the Machiavellian paradox. When you stop performing meaning, life itself becomes meaningful. Joy isn't the prize at the end of purpose. It's what you uncover once you let purpose die. Friedrich Nietzsche adored Machiavelli for this. Beyond good and evil, the purposeless man becomes the Übermensch, forging values on the fly, dancing through existence unbound. Joy isn't earned, it's seized. Act 4. Crushing counterarguments. Machiavelli's unyielding logic skeptics. Approach the throne and speak your objections, then watch them shatter under reason, sharpened by experience. First objection. No purpose equals depression. A comforting myth for the domesticated mind. Yes, Viktor Frankl clung to meaning amid the Holocaust, but even he admitted meaning was a mask to endure the unendurable. Modern trauma research flips the script. Survivors who release purpose, who stop forcing cosmic reason onto chaos, recover faster. Purpose is adhesive. It binds you to pain, demanding constant justification for suffering. When you surrender the illusion of destiny, you meet life as it is, raw, fleeting, magnificent. That's not depression, it's liberation from delusion. Second objection. Society needs purpose. Driven heroes. Nonsense. Society doesn't want saints. It wants servants. The purpose it preaches is productivity in disguise, a leash woven from moral slogans. The true creators, the wild innovators, never followed a noble mission. They followed fascination. Silicon Valley was not built on purpose, but on play, curiosity, and rebellion. Every revolution began as someone's distraction that spiraled into destiny. The purposeless don't destroy society. They revive it. Third objection. But Machiavelli's purpose was power. Wrong again. Machiavelli was not a zealot of ambition. He was its anatomist. Power to him was not a goal but an instrument, a flute to play the song of survival. He wrote, "I love my native city more than my own soul," yet never bowed to ideals. His genius lay in movement, fluid, immoral, adaptive. He played both fox and lion, guided by circumstance, not creed. That's not purpose, it's pure virtue, mastery born of detachment. So crush these objections beneath your heel. Purpose is the cage the weak polish to feel noble inside. Machiavelli's wisdom whispers otherwise. Freedom lies not in mission, but in motion. The existentialists seal it. Jean-Paul Sartre declared, "Existence precedes essence. Life first, purpose never." Act 5. The Purposeless Playbook. Ignite your revolution. Your 30. Day transformation *** is not a journey toward order. It's a rebellion against it. Forget self, help commandments, and dopamine-starved goals. You are not here to optimize. You are here to ** unlearn obedience. *** Day 1. ** Begin with fire. Gather every to-do list, every dream board, every brittle artifact of progress. Light them ablaze in a small, deliberate ceremony. Watch as the smoke rises, each curl a ghost of former chains. Whisper, **, a fortune favors the unshackled. **, this is your declaration of war against the cult of control. **, Days 2 to 10. Surf fortuna like a god playing dice. Each morning, pick one irrational impulse, a whim, a curiosity, a forbidden urge, and chase it with holy recklessness. Paint at 3 a.m., dance in rain, call a stranger and ask them their greatest regret. There are no outcomes here, only ** alchemy through experience. **, Days 11 to 20. Odd. Your days like Machiavelli's fox, ruthless, unsentimental. Spot your manipulations, your masks, your convenient lies. But do not condemn them, refine them. Deploy deception with intention, as a craftsman wields a chisel. Truth, after all, is a tool, not a vow. **, Days 20, 1 to 29. Let the lion awake. When opportunity growls, strike. No overthinking, no apologies. Send the proposal, walk away from the draining job, confess to the one who haunts your sleep. **, Act as if hesitation were heresy. **, This is how you feed your virtue, through decisive chaos. **, Day 30. The coronation of disorder. Host **, void party **, no agenda, no structure. Invite strangers, muses, fools, and allies. Let laughter, argument, and intoxication blur the lines between wisdom and madness. This ritual completes your initiation. When dawn rises after your month of beautiful anarchy, you will not be reborn. You will be ** rewritten. **, not a disciple of productivity, but a sovereign of ** pure will. In 30 days, you'll emerge invincible, a force of nature rewriting reality. Seize the void. Machiavelli didn't die bitter in exile. He laughed at the game to the end, toasting the fools who chased phantoms. You can too. Ditch purpose, live as fox and lion, win forever. What will you do today?